Hare Krishna. Happy Ekadashi and happy Gita Jayanti to everyone. Today, let us discuss on this beautiful auspicious day, Gita Jayanti, 10 important points why we should read Bhagwat Gita. So the first most important point is this, that it has been spoken by Sri Krishna himself, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And why has he spoken? He has spoken so that we human beings who are his eternal children, we come out of the endless cycle of birth and death, and that will only happen when we read Bhagwat Gita. Point number 2, by reading Bhagwat Gita, we come to know that who we are and who is Krishna, who is God, and what is our relationship with him. And by knowing it, we start serving him, which can be only done only in human life. Then point number 3 is this, that Bhagavad Gita opens the secret of real happiness. And it also tells us that this material world is temporary. It is dukhalayam and ashashvatam. And if we wish to get permanent happiness, so the address is Vaikuntha, where Krishna resides in his Golok Vrindavan Dham. And to get to the Golok Vrindavan Dham, we need to surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna. Then point number 4 is this, that Bhagavad Gita frees us permanently from all kinds of worries, anxieties and fears, because only in Bhagavad Gita we come to know that we are not body, we are permanent soul. As Krishna is permanent, so being his part and parcel, we are also permanent. Then point number 5 is this, that Bhagavad Gita teaches us what to eat, what not to eat, which work to do and which work not to do. And by doing this, only we can become civilized. Bhagavad Gita unites the entire creation. It removes all kinds of hatred. It removes all kinds of negative thinking. Because when we get to know that we are a part and parcel of Krishna, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mamev Ansh Jeev Loke. That means the entire creation, that is in 84 lakhs of species, every creation has got his part as the soul. So where are we different? So having this knowledge, we have the sense of unity. Like, the sun is there and the sun rays. Can we differentiate between one ray to the other? We cannot. Similarly, all the living entities, whether it is fish, whether it is bird, whether it is trees, whether it is four-legged animals, whether it is human beings or crawling creatures, everything has got the soul of Krishna as a part and parcel. So this knowledge brings the entire creation closer to each other, and it removes all kinds of doubts and fears and negative thinking. Then point number 7 is, this is the only book whose Jayanti is celebrated. No other book is so high in esteem. That is why only Bhagavad Gita's Jayanti is celebrated. Then point number 8 is this, that Bhagavad Gita gives us an opportunity to make a gradual progress from the physical being to the spiritual being, which is again possible only in the human life. Then point number 9, that Bhagavad Gita assures us that in the next life we will definitely get birth in a devotee's family, or at least in a materially affluent family, where devotional process becomes more easy and more spontaneous. Because we all know that definitely we are going to be born, but how to assure that we are born in a good family where again we get an opportunity to do the devotional practices. And then the last point is this, that by reading little bit Bhagavad Gita, like if we make a very little effort in understanding Bhagavad Gita, that never gets destroyed. And no matter how much we study in the material world, whether we become IAS, PCS, engineers, scientists, whatever, chartered accountants, anything, the moment we lose this life, we die, this body is destroyed, all the knowledge, everything is destroyed. But even if little bit we have studied in Bhagwat Gita, we have understood, so that never gets destroyed. In Bhagwat Gita chapter number 2, shlok number 40, Krishna says, Neha bhikram nasho asti pratyavayo na vidyate sualpyam masya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Means, even if we make little effort to study Bhagavad Gita, to understand Krishna, that will never be destroyed. So, who can give us such a big assurance? So, these 10 points are very, very important. And the most important thing is to study Bhagavad Gita as it is. This is Bhagavad Gita as it is in English, and this is Bhagavad Gita Yatharoop in Hindi. So we have two options, Bhagavad Gita English and Hindi, and this is by Srila Prabhupada, and only his Bhagavad Gita has been acknowledged as Bhagavad Gita as it is and Yatharoop, because he has not changed even a word what Krishna has said. I'm sure all of us are thoroughly convinced to read Bhagavad Gita so that we can make this rare human life a successful life and then live happily. I'm sure all my viewers are definitely convinced to read Bhagavad Gita. So I request all of you to pick up Bhagavad Gita and start reading and inspire others also, so that we can make our rare human life a successful life. Jai Srila Prabhupada, and happy Gita Jayanti to everyone. Hare Krishna.